Hi there, it's Angie, otherwise known as Pumpkin Geek, and this video is one that was requested and it is a follow-up to my video from last week, and that is about this thing. Some would call it an alt-tide style survival tin, some would call it your SOS tin. I call it my supplementary tin. I will link the video up there to my PSK, which I recorded last week, if you want to go and watch that first, because this is designed to work with my PSK. So without further ado, let's crack on with the items. Now, attached to it you can see some rubber bands, but it's not rubber band, it's hair bubbles, but they're my version of rubber bands, so there you go. And also attached to it by the hair bubbles is, I don't know if you can see that in there, it's a foil blanket. I couldn't quite fit it in the tin because, as you may be able to see, the tin is bigger, the blanket is bigger than the tin. So yeah, so that goes on the outside of it. So I'm cracking open the tin and losing half the content. Bear with me a second. There we go. Now I've retrieved the contents, so yep, you can see that is a fairly full tin. So let's just get on with what's in it. First of all is one of these credit card tool things. I should mention this tin is for urban, not, you know, sort of wilderness, so there's that. But yeah, so I have one of these credit card tool things. It's multifunction knife card thing. Though there isn't really a knife on it because, you know, wouldn't be able to sell it otherwise. I'll carry it around with me. Next we have a sort of first aid pad. So yeah, wound compress even. I've just lost items on the floor again. There, there's another second. Right, picked them up. Next is one big needle. As you can see, that has got quite a big hole in it, and that is simply because I can't thread needles to save my life. But also, big needle, useful for many situations. I have the first of a zip tie, just pound shop cheapy, so it wouldn't last, it would be one use only, but there you go. Zip tie. I have some lemon wipes just for freshening up. I have a iodine wipe for sterilisation and the like, and some plasters, because that is pretty much it for the first aid items. I have a non-lubricated condom, holds a litre of water. Something slightly unusual, considering I haven't got a fish kit, is some fish and floats lights. I suppose I could improvise a fishing kit out of the contents of a tin, but yeah. So it's ocean sun and it's light sticks to provide light, should they be needed. Hotel sewing kit for ongoing repairs to clothes or bags or whatever. I have a compressed towel. When they come up, they fold out into like a bit of cloth. It's not the nicest cloth in the world, but it could be used to make char cloth, it could be used as an emergency face cloth or whatever. Some safety pins, because safety pins are awesome and have like 1,000,001 uses. A bit of glue stick, because again, could be used to repair or for first aid or, you know, other uses. A betting compass, it's fairly accurate as far as I can tell, in case you need directions. An emergency, it'll get you a general idea of where you're going. Pencil, because pencils are awesome. Pencils could be used to write a note or leave a note to anybody looking for you, but also it could be used to create tinder or kindling. a handful of matches for fire starting or kindling or whatever else you might use a match for. Now it's getting a bit full and fiddly, so we'll take this next big item out. Some duct tape wrapped around an old bus pass. I am looking at a better way of doing this because I find it is slightly awkward to take off and make it usable, but in a pinch it will do. There's about a metre there. Tampon, because tampon, fire starting first aid, start your period. More matches. So I've got a good handful in there. Match. A little pry bar. Again, this is urban, so you never know when that might be useful. Couldn't fit a full size one in, obviously. Pencil sharpener to go with the pencil. Though I suppose if in a pinch you could use the credit card tool, the screwdriver on there, to remove the blade, and you've got a mini cutting tool. There is no cutting tool in this tin, by the way, because England, we have some dental floss for repairs, for flossing your teeth, for creating fishing wire. Let's see what's stuff down here. We have the striker to go along with the matches. Alcohol prep pad. This is so old I wouldn't want to use it for first aid, but it could be used as fire starting or for cleaning or whatever. Some water purification tablets. There is like 6, so you've got 3 days worth of water. A candle for candlelight or for wax, or you know, it fit in. It seemed like a good idea at the time. We're still going. Some tweezers in case I need to do an emergency eyebrow pluck. No, in all seriousness, for removing splinters, for first aid, could be used for duty reasons, but that's not why they're in there. Some more mini zip ties. I can get it untangled. So yeah, zip ties. So I've got a couple of different sizes in there. And then last but not least, a bit of rope. So I've got extra rope. I've got water purification tablets, all of that kind of stuff. So would I want to live 72 hours out of that tin? No. Could I with the skills that I have? No. Would it make it easier until we found civilization or help appeared? Yes. Does it act as a standalone tin? In my opinion, no. But it's definitely supplemental. So with the 2 kits between them, it would make things a bit easier. So that is sort of forms part of my EDC, but it's also part of my get home bag. Do I think I will ever need to use this stuff? No. Do I carry it just in case I ever do? Yes. It makes me feel a bit happier about leaving the house, especially with all of the stuff that's going on in the world right now. Do I practice with this stuff? Yes, because it makes sense if you're carrying it to practice with it. Now, do I necessarily practice in a bushcraft situation? No. Do I practice with it in my house? Yes. Do I know how to use the first aid equipment? Also yes. I'm a trained first aider. That's why I carry that stuff. It's appropriate to the level of first aid training that I have. That's why you won't find tourniquets or anything, because I've never been trained on how to use them. So yeah. So that was my tin. Urban Spiral tin, supplemental to my PSK. So I guess it's also PSK tin. But yeah. I've been Ange. Hope you have enjoyed this quick whistle top tour. I've got to figure out how to put this it back together now. It's not my final version of my tin, no. I will continue to tweak it, of course I will, because nothing is ever perfect, but I may do another video once I have tweaked it and made it as perfect as I think it possibly can be. So yeah, until then, hopefully see you next time. If you've liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. All good feedback. Maybe hit that subscribe button if you want to. And I will see you next time. Bye!